Hi guys. So I literally, I'm on my way to Pyro Music Festival, which is the festival I went to last year that dramatically had a huge life-changing impact on my life. Anyway, so this morning I was getting ready to leave for the festival, and you can see my car's all packed, ready to go. I'm so excited. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. If you haven't gone to a music festival yet, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you check one out. But anyway, I was getting ready, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear some makeup today because I usually don't wear makeup. I used to all the time, but I kind of fell out of it and just didn't want to do it. And I cry a lot now, so that's a big reason. I'm like thinking, I'm not gonna cry. I'll be okay. It's Thursday. It's the first day of the festival. Nothing too deep is gonna happen. I am not even at the festival yet, and I already had to pull over my car and just waterworks. So all that's gone. The amount of transformation that can happen in a short amount of time would blow your mind. People a lot of times think that change isn't possible, or people don't really change. Well, it's very possible, and you can change. And I'm not just talking about like changing bad habits or behaviors, or if you're struggling with any addictions. It's deeper than that. I'm talking about full-on change. A year ago, I realized the lack of self-love that I had for myself. I had gone through a period of pretty intense relationships, and just had some pretty deep things happen in my life. I realized I was looking for something outside of myself to heal me. For somebody to come along and just like take away all this pain and baggage and all of the stuff that I have carried with me my whole life, and how those things had turned me inward and self-conscious, doubtful in myself. I mean, I remember being a teenager and just looking and staring into the mirror and saying, I hate you. Like, that's powerful. And we don't realize the amount of damage that does to our soul, of who we truly are, until you're faced with it. And you could be faced with it in many ways. It could be outside circumstances that are repeated in your life, or it could just be that every day, like, just, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go on. I can't. I have nothing to live for. I've been there, and it is not a fun place to be. And over the last couple of years, I've gotten myself off that. Like I said in my one video, I quit all my medication about 3-4 years ago. But that healing went much deeper than any type of antidepressant or Xanax or drinking or any of that. There was a depression that would have never been cured by any of those things. And that's what I kept trying to do, is to cure it through people or alcohol or anything. And it never worked. And it will never work. I'll tell you that. You might think it might temporarily, or that you can't go on without these certain things or these thought processes or these mindsets. But you can, and you have to choose to want to do it, because there's a lot of fucking work that comes with healing yourself. It is not easy, and that's why not many people do it. Because people don't want to take the accountability for a lot of their mental behavior. You have to take accountability for your thoughts. Nobody else is putting thoughts into your head other than yourself. So until you could start to begin to at least acknowledge the fact that if you're hating on yourself or judging somebody else, that is hurting you and everybody else around you. You have to be ready to take that step and take that change. And I am living proof that it is possible, and that feeling of that wanting to hold on and wanting to hold on to that pain and not step forward and not move forward with any happiness because you don't feel worthy of it or you don't feel like you deserve it. You gotta step out of that, and I'm in the process of doing that too. I'm not where I know I will be, but I know I'm on the journey to get there. And each day that I could step farther into being the person that I'm here to be and knowing my true self, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to feel that burn and feel that fire. And I challenge you and encourage you to take that step. Start to recognize your thoughts. Start to see how you're treating yourself. I've went from a place of realizing that I did not love myself and that I needed anybody else that would validate my self-worth. And that's what I begged for and strived for and tried to prove myself for so many times. And in a year, I can say that I have healed so many of my wounds and doubts and insecurities, and for me to be able to sit here speaking with you right now, the gratitude I have to be able to do that is profound, because I never, ever, ever, ever thought that I would be here. And I still struggle with getting in my head. Or just flowing with that mind program of who I think that I'm programmed to be. But I can come back, and I can breathe, and I can be here, and I can sit here, and I can know that love is there, and love is real, and love is created inside of us. It's not anywhere else. It's not anything you can buy. Or any relationship that you can find, or your outside circumstances, or your home, or your job. Love is created inside. Happiness is created inside. Joy is created inside. It's a ladder. There's the Map of Human Consciousness by, I think I actually have it. I think it's David Hawkins. Let me see. Transcending the Levels of Consciousness. This book. If you want to learn how to get out of a funk, so to say, depression, any of this, if you want to know what I'm talking about, how I got here, I don't know if you can see this, but it shows the different levels. Energy is, we are energy is everything, and different attitudes and emotions hold different energies, frequencies that you're emitting from your body. This is all real, and the higher you go, the higher energy is actually emitted from you, and the better that you feel. It's incredible when you realize that, like, majority of sicknesses, a lot of them, I'm not going to say all of them, a lot of sicknesses are caused from your mind and your emotions and our programs that were patterned and trained to think, feel, and see. It's not real. Wake up to who you are. You are that. You are this. You are powerful. You have the ability to heal yourself. You have the ability to love, to have passion, to have joy. Look inward. Seek and you shall find. Ask and the door will be open for you. It's real. But you gotta do the work. You gotta want it. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That's all I got. I gotta get ready and go to this festival. Much love. One love. Be you. Be true. Breathe.